to all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and welcome to DCOM Kids. I'm joined today by my twin sister, Marcy.
Hello, everybody.
Not actually my twin, low-key, but I'm not going to tell you that. So, some people who are keen on watching us live right now, first of all, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here, and we hope you enjoy tonight's live stream. If you're listening later, then what I'm about to say really doesn't affect you, but that is, you know what? It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, for those of you joining us live, you'll notice that, or watching the video, I guess later. It doesn't have to be live.
I guess, yeah.
My control panel is gone.
Yes.
My camera switcher is gone. My beautiful wife and co-host for Trivia Night, Adriana, is manning the controls today, switching for us so that I can focus on reading, because I am bad at reading in the beginning. So I should, she has offered to help us with producing this particular episode and probably future episodes of DCOM Kids. She'll probably, we might have to iron out exactly how the setup works for that, but she'll probably be switching for us.
Yay.
Maybe not every time, because I'm sure there's going to be times where she's like, got homework to do, or stuff to grade. So, but as often as she can, I'm sure she will, because she likes to be with me. And I love it when she helps me with stuff. It's so fun. Anywho.
It's fun to have a hobby together.
Yeah, it is. Let's get into this, shall we? So, we were supposed to have this episode. This was supposed to be
last week's episode.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, because we were supposed to do a double header because we skipped a week. We ended up skipping 2 weeks in a row because I failed to ensure our audio was operating properly. And I'm going to be honest, didn't do it this time either. So hopefully our audio is actually working. Maybe our cam operator over there will be able to tell me in a quick second if our audio is working. Maybe not. Actually, you're going to have to do that, because we have dedicated both of our devices at the moment to become cameras for us. So while Marcy is checking our audio, I want to ask you all kindly to leave a like or a rating, depending on where you are receiving this podcast. Marcy's nodding, which means the audio seems to be working, so that's good stuff. But yeah, leave a rating, leave a like, follow us if you're not already. If you're looking for audio only and you're here live or watching on YouTube later, you can find audio only on most podcast streaming platforms by searching for Noah Parker's World of Wonder. And if you're listening to the audio only version and you want to see the live streams, you can find us on youtube.com/@ Noah Parker _channel, or searching for Noah Parker _channel in the search bar, and give us a subscribe there. Make sure you turn on notifications. That will let you know when we are live. And without any further ado, let us tell you about today's movie. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Yes. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where do I start?
Released in is the first part there.
Perfect. All right. It was released in 2000, and it was written by Lindsay Nathans and Robert Keats, I think. Robert Keats is how it's written. I don't know. I
think it's supposed to be a comma there.
Okay.
I don't remember, because I was pulling this off of my phone, and it was being really weird.
I see.
But anyway.
Anywho. Go ahead and start the cast.
Oh, sure. Why not? No, you. Hold on. What her name is? Okay, Caroline Ray.
Yes.
It played Lynette Hansen, and I remember Caroline Ray from growing up watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
She played Aunt Hilda.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Loved her. Fabulous. She was great in this too.
Yes. All right. Next we have Charles Shaughnessy.
Yeah.
He played Dimitri Donatos.
Okay, he played Mr. Sheffield in The Nanny, right? Okay, that's why I recognize him.
Yeah.
Laura Vandervoot played Chelsea Hansen.
Miles Jeffrey played Taylor Hansen.
And Matt O'Leary played Adam Hansen.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it cut off.
Oh, it did. You can just say Van Helsing. I think that's his name.
Sure. Robert Carradine played Malachi Van Helsing.
I'm pretty sure it's Van Helsing. We'll find out in a minute. It's definitely in there. Later. And he played the dad on Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
Lots of pretty big name.
Yeah.
Well, relatively
speaking. Lots of familiar names.
I was going to say big name, but like Lizzie McGuire's Disney, that's in the family here. But yeah, anyway. Jake Epstein played Duffy.
He was also just
and
in
he was literally
Quince.
just in Quince.
Yeah.
When we were originally setting up this episode, me and Marcy were both like, that name sounds stupid familiar. Like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
And then we literally were just bouncing back and forth and like, oh, that's
like,
because we literally just watched the movie that he was in.
He looks so different in this movie versus Quince
like he looks more grown up. Like in Quince, he looks, no, I think I'm the other way around. In this movie, he looks like he's 8.
Yeah.
And in Quince, he's like 16.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
yeah. He looks like a little kid in this one and then older in Quince, but they released, like, Quince came out first.
Right.
So
confusing.
It's confusing. Anyway, next we have Carl Pruner as Count Krulski.
Krulski, he was the movie man.
Yes.
And then Shane Daly played Muscle Man. I don't even know why I talked about him. We probably could have left him out.
Nah, it's okay.
Whatever.
Right. It was directed by Steve Boyum.
Who sounds familiar. I'm certain he directed something else. We'll look at that in a second.
Sure.
The music was by Christopher Brady.
Editing by Alan Cody.
Michael Storey did the cinematography.
I was like, where are you going with that?
Oh, that's it. That's how it's spelled.
That's it.
Storey.
I know, but normally you do like the job first and then the person.
Oh, I know. I just thought I would change it up a little bit there. That was all that was. Okay. I literally was just flipping it so it wasn't so. I don't like it when we're like super like ding 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 ding. ding. I like being like ding and da ding 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 ding. Anyway, our Disney Plus summary. The Hansen kids are in a jam. Adam and his best friend Duffy have gotten their hands on some tickets for a concert, and his sister Chelsea and his sister Chelsea has a date with her dreamy boyfriend. The only problem is they're both grounded. Chelsea and Adam will do whatever it takes to get their mom out of the house, even if it includes a chance meeting with a very mysterious man. Everything seems to go according to plan until their little brother realizes that this stranger might be a vampire. Dum bum bum. Bum, bum.
Alrighty.
You ready for the scene by scene?
Let's jump into that scene by scene.
Let's jump into it. Bada bing. Wait.
Okay.
This is the connection is excellent now. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know what happened, but
I had to make sure I was recording because I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Double check.
Okay. Scene by scene. Here we go. 'Twas a dark and eerie night. A house and buggy clop along a stone driveway up to a rather dashing house. A pale man steps out and leads a beautiful woman to welcome her home. Although he put her in a trance to make her his wife, another man's her true love. Breaks his spell and runs away with the woman. We are then pulled back to discover this has been a scene in a film young Adam Hansen has been watching.
While arguing with his sister over who should leave the living room, Lynette, their mom, walks in and discovers that Adam allowed his younger brother Taylor to watch the film with him, even though he is afraid of monsters. Taylor is asked to help with dinner while Adam and Chelsea are sent to their rooms to do homework. While reading a magazine, rather than doing his homework, Adam discovers a website dedicated to hunting vampires.
Lynette knocks to break the hard news that her ex-husband, the kid's father, is remarrying. Unfortunately for her, the kids already knew, but Adam reassures her that she is still the bomb. And we fast forward to the next morning at school. In class, Adam is called on to read his essay, but instead reads from a magazine, but is of course caught. Later we discover that Adam and his friend Duffy, got backstage passes to the Harvest Festival where the Headless Horseman will be playing.
Upon arriving home, Adam is instantly called out by his mother for not doing his homework and is grounded. And although he attempts to negotiate his way out of oh gosh. Dang. I should have read this so before we did this, yeah. And although he attempts to negotiate his way out of his weekend solitary confinement, he is unsuccessful. Just as his sister Chelsea is mocking him, that was a lot of weird letters put together. Just as his sister Chelsea is mocking him for not being clever enough to avoid his grounding, Mom decides to ground her as well, which I thought was like, did she just get grounded because Adam got grounded? Like
that's what it seemed like to me too. I was like,
did she deserve to be? I don't think she deserved to be grounded, but
maybe because she's always mean to him.
I guess, but like
I don't know.
Based on what we've seen so far,
yes.
He deserved it. But anyway, so she gets grounded as well, suggesting that both of them being locked up together may be good for their bonding. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. Sometimes if you just read the rest of it.
The rest of the sentence, you'll be fine.
Although it's like, I grounded you because I grounded your brother and I want you guys to bond. So now you're just both grounded. Like,
yeah, that is, yeah.
Mandated hanging out.
Never happened to us.
I was going to say, we're unfortunately pretty familiar with that because it's different. Okay. We grew up in a family of 8 and we were homeschooled. Like our bonding growing up was, yes, kind of mandated, but also who else were we going to hang out with?
Exactly. Yeah.
Raylan was mean to you.
You were all
I'm joking. That was a joke.
Sometimes.
That was a joke. That was a joke for legal reasons. And so that Raylan doesn't get mad at me.
Anywho, back to the story. In his bedroom, Chelsea and Adam fabricate a plan to get their mom out on a date so that they can sneak out of the house while she's away. They resort to looking over ads on the in the paper, not on the paper.
Not on it. Well, I mean, it is technically on it.
Yeah. Ads in the paper to find a suitable man. They find a man named Wolfsbane and send him an email. The email is received by a mysterious man who awakens from a coffin to read the message.
They convince their mom to go to the market to meet the man from the ad and attempt to find a man. Oh my gosh.
Find the man.
And attempt to find the man and lead their mom to him, but instead they bump into another man, Dimitri, and Lynette and him hit it off naturally. After agreeing to having dinner, they go their separate ways, but Taylor turns back just as Dimitri transforms into a bat and flies away. Spooky.
Back home, Adam and Chelsea take to the phones to inform their friends that they will be free Saturday night after all. That's when Adam finds out Duffy gave his pass to Boomer, a 10th grader with a huge crush on Chelsea. So, to get it back, Adam promises him a kiss on the lips from Chelsea.
Gross.
Gross. Yuck.
Upon arriving back home, Taylor begins asking questions about vampires and how to catch them. That's when Adam introduces him to the vampire hunter, Malachi Van Helsing. I was right. It is Van Helsing. But is brushed off after he tells Adam they need to call Malachi because Mom's got a date with a vampire. Yay! The name of the movie. We did it really early.
Yes.
Just before the date begins, Lynette gets cold feet and Chelsea and Adam talk her back into it.
Moments after Lynette and Dimitri leave, Taylor calls Malachi Van Helsing himself and leaves him a desperate message to save his mom. At that time, Malachi is already on the trail questioning a car salesman about the man who bought a red car from him hours earlier. Then Malachi leaves in the Batmobile?
That is what it looks like. Well, Adam is picking a colored shirt. Adam is picking a color for his shirt. Taylor leaves the house by bike to try and save their mom, resulting in Adam and Chelsea chasing after him, delaying their plans. At dinner, Lynette confesses she isn't comfortable still and is questioning if Dimitri has the right girl. Once the kids arrive, Adam cuts a deal with Taylor to prove Dimitri is not a vampire.
Proving Dimitri's innocence, Adam and Taylor leave just as they turn around. Adam discovers a mirror that Dimitri does not appear in, revealing the truth. But Adam chooses to ignore it for Taylor's sake. But once they get back home, he convinces Chelsea to return to the restaurant to save their mom.
The vampire hunter and his Batmobile reappear at the Hansen house and introduces himself to Taylor. While talking about their mom's date, Taylor realizes that the spoon test was not a real test, and Dimitri is, in fact, a vampire. Back on the date, Lynette convinces Dimitri to go dancing in a club that she hasn't been to in years. Chelsea and Adam arrive at the club, and Adam enters the building to stop Dimitri. He coaxes a man named Jim to ask his mother to dance, but is forced away by Dimitri.
Back in the Batmobile, as Malachi is driving to find Dimitri, Taylor pops out revealing that he climbed out of his window to tag along in the hunt. Malachi agrees begrudgingly. In the club, Lynette is called up on stage to sing with the band, just like the old days. While she sings, Adam has the bouncer throw Dimitri out. After being thrown out, Dimitri is caught walking up a wall by Chelsea.
We return to Batman and Robin, who just missed Dimitri and Lynette, but Malachi reassures Taylor that they will get the guy sooner or later. Dimitri and Lynette leave the club and head for another venue. Club. Chelsea and Adam are challenged to think about where their mom would want to go next. It is finally revealed that Chelsea and Adam traded a date with her to... Oh, okay. It is finally revealed to Chelsea that Adam traded a date with her to Boomer for the concert ticket. Just as fast as Chelsea got upset, she is talked back down by Adam, giving us perhaps the fastest conflict resolution in a DCOM thus far.
Adam and Chelsea scour the fair for their mom, who is currently explaining to Dimitri that she is falling in love, but not with him, with the person she is inside and has been concealing. Dimitri will have nothing to do with her refusal to go home with him, and begins to use his vam powers to bring her into a trance. Whoa, it just switched and I lost my place.
Sorry, maybe we should have just left it alone.
Into a trance, but is delayed by Adam hitting him with a baseball. Dimitri explains to Adam that he is Wolfsbane, and Adam set it up so there was nothing he could do to stop him.
Sorry, I have to highlight my next line because I can't scroll down anymore. Normally I put it at the top of the screen. Oh. So I can keep track of it, and I can't anymore, so I have to highlight it. Interesting. Batman and Robin share a meal and start heading back to the big house on the lake where Dimitri lives. Adam and Chelsea also arrive at Dimitri's house. At Dimitri's house. Yeah. And being... What?
And begin.
Okay, being. I read being, and I was like, what did I write there? Dyslexia. Okay. And begin searching for his coffin because apparently if you have a vampire's coffin, you can get them to trade for whatever you want. They find the coffin and manage to lift it out of the window and into the backyard where they intend to throw it into the lake.
Batman and Robin use candles and vodka to figure out which direction to go to find Dimitri. When the vampire and Lynette arrive at his house, he leads her into the house and sniffs out the smell of the kids having been in there. Adam and Chelsea push the coffin into the lake just as Dimitri notices it is gone. Adam then climbs in the coffin. He demands Dimitri trades their mother for the coffin, but instead, Dimitri snatches Chelsea and gives Adam an ultimatum. His coffin back or he becomes an orphan, and Adam agrees.
What's funny, though, is that he says, like, oh, you can either give me my coffin back or you're going to become an orphan. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
my brain went somewhere else. Oh. An only child and an orphan is what I was thinking. I was like, but he has another brother. Taylor's still there, so he wouldn't be a... But he does, Adam's presence is completely irrelevant to whether or not he's an orphan. Yeah. Oy vey. My brain's not on it today.
I don't understand how grabbing Chelsea would make him...
Well, because then he's like, okay, well now basically Dimitri has mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so Adam grabs the coffin as bartering.
Right.
But then instead of just trading, Dimitri grabs Chelsea to barter with for the coffin. And so basically at that point, he's like, well.
So how would he become an orphan?
Because he's going to kill the mom and then use Chelsea for whatever he was going to use mom for.
Okay, sure.
I guess. I mean, unalive mom. I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
My brain's broke.
Anyway.
When Batman arrives, this turned up way too high. It's funny because it like works for the old radio thing, but like I keep doing it and it's like, okay, it's actually gonna hurt the microphone if I keep doing that. When Batman arrives, he enters the house and locks Dimitri out. But a locked door is no match for a vampire, and Dimitri immediately re-enters, blowing the door off the hinges. It's kind of like,
that was wild. like
what did you think you just accomplished? Like, this is not the first time you've been hunting a vampire, right?
Right? It is.
It must be. Dimitri throws Malachi across the room, and just as he is about to bite his neck, Taylor knocks him on the head with a wooden stake. Dimitri takes control of Adam and Chelsea and brings them close to him. Just as he is about to snack on Adam, Lynette is pulled out of her trance and pushes Dimitri into his coffin, which Malachi nails shut. Lynette and Malachi hit it off, and she invites him over for breakfast, and he agrees. And the movie ends, and we have no indication whether or not they lived happily ever after or not. I didn't read the whole thing. I looked away. I kind of killed it. But I was like...
But we had to add it.
We got to do something like that. So that's the whole movie.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I haven't watched this movie in about a month.
Like a few weeks.
So, favorite scene. Let's see if we can pick one out here. What was your favorite scene?
My favorite was when they're like, can we have pancakes for breakfast? Like they're coaxing mom into going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And she's like, sure, we can do pancakes. And they're like, I remember you having chocolate chip pancakes.
Right.
She's like, I got chocolate chips. And they're like, I meant blueberry.
I mean blueberries.
I
confuse those things.
And like
chocolate chips, blueberries.
They both go in pancakes.
I can't tell. That's hilarious.
And they're just like, how do we get mom to the grocery store?
Okay. That's a good scene.
A good one.
I think one of my favorite scenes is probably I liked a lot of them, to be honest. I liked a lot of this movie.
Yeah.
But one of the scenes I liked the most was probably the club.
The club.
The club scene.
That was yeah.
Because it's like it's really cool to it was really fun to see her be like, wow, I haven't actually been happy since my husband died.
Yeah. Left.
Yeah. Since before my husband left.
Because he's getting remarried. In the beginning, we learned that, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been happy since before I was married, and now I'm happy.
And I'm happy again. And you're like, ooh.
Yeah. You're like, ooh.
It's a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out why I was having trouble remembering all the details here, and I'm like, oh, it's because Stepsister from Planet Weird was oddly similar in weird areas where I'm like, yeah, divorced parents, not dead.
Yeah.
Like every other Disney movie.
Yeah.
Did I say my favorite scene? Did I actually finish the sentence there, or did I just kind of start talking?
You just said in the club.
In the club. Oh, yeah, just the club scene.
Yeah.
I like it when they're in the club. I also loved it when they revealed Malachi's Batmobile.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a really random car for him to drive.
Yeah. He is Batman now.
Yeah. And then it just stuck the whole time. I was like, every time it was him and Taylor, I'm like, yeah, this is Batman and Robin up in her.
Up in her.
Up in her.
Yes.
What was your least favorite scene? I can only really think of one or two.
You go ahead and start with that one then.
I think one of them. Okay, probably. Okay, I'm gonna say this one, and it's not really my least favorite scene, but it's a scene that I felt like could have been more powerful, but wasn't. And it was when. I had to scroll up and see names. Sorry, I have them in my head, but they're just not coming out. They're in the back part. I need to get them to the front part. Chelsea, when Chelsea and Adam, right, are at the fair, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, I traded a date for you with the other dude."
Yeah.
And she was all upset, and then 2 seconds later, they're friends again because he said the right thing. I'm like, that could have been more impactful, and it could have been.
It could have taken a little longer.
It could have been a little longer, but
yeah.
They didn't give enough breathing room to that. I felt like it was, but that was kind of the thing with this whole movie. I felt like the pacing was very, very, very fast here.
Yeah.
Whereas like it was just thing, and there was no like thing. Let that marinate. Okay, thing 2. Yeah. Okay, let that marinate. Now we're gonna blend 1 and 2 together. Now, how do you feel about that? It's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 87.
And
fade to black.
And you're like,
and I was like,
nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good movie though overall. But just really
agree.
fast.
Yeah. I'll agree with all of that.
Right on. How do you feel like it stood up against time? The old timey time.
I think it stood up fine. I mean, nothing's popping out that's like, ooh.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
same. I don't feel like
we've had a few movies where we're like, oh, yikes.
I don't know if I can even watch this.
I'm going to skip that in the notes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, same. Yeah. It was definitely dated with the graphics. Yeah. The whole part where Dimitri turns into the bat for the first time at the supermarket was like,
I was like, that's a giant bat. when I first saw that, I was like, he's a very large bat. Like, they made him like an actual human size.
Yeah. Which I mean, like, I don't know vampire lore. I think they transform into normal sized vampires. Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, rating out of 5 stars. I'm sorry. Nobody watched.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I gave us a party poo at the beginning.
Yay, thank you. What's your rating out of 5 stars?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with a 3. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. Yeah. But I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. It was.
I probably won't go out of my way to watch it again.
It might be Halloween time.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if I'm on television and I'm flipping through channels and it's on, I'm like, okay. Yeah. But I probably won't go on to Disney Plus and say, Mom's Gotta Be Vampire, unless we decide to do a rewatch where we go back and re-criticize ourselves in a couple years. But probably not. So 3 works for me. I'm happy with a 3.
Start over the whole series. Could you imagine?
I don't think I could. So we have a decision to make here.
Yes.
Actually, we don't. Not this week. Okay. Next week we have a decision to make, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Right on. Any final thoughts about Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire you wish to share with our adoring audience who's absolutely flooding our live stream right now?
Flooding the live stream. Go watch it. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for the last 33 minutes. We hope you enjoyed the recap of Mom's Got a Date with Vampire. If you did, make sure to leave a rating and let us know. And yeah, I think I already covered all the other social media stuff, so I don't need to do that again. But what I will say is that next week sometime, hopefully we can figure it out. Hopefully we can get a set schedule going here pretty soon. We will be rewatching Phantom of the Megaplex, which I almost feel like I don't even need to rewatch. It's your turn to take notes. Don't forget.
Yeah. I got it.
I don't know if I have it in me right now to take notes. But that's okay. Yeah. Phantom of the Megaplex. It's about a kid who works at a movie theater that is supposedly haunted, and a couple of twists happen at the end that nobody was expecting. He's also 15?
He's 15, yeah.
And he's on track to become the assistant manager.
He's almost. Yeah.
Actually, I think he is the assistant manager.
I think at the beginning he's
trying to become the general manager.
He's trying to get the golden vest.
Yes.
I remember that.
Isn't that
it? I know.
Okay. Yes. All right. I'll trust you because my brain is is that not Drake and Josh?
I know that's Drake and Josh.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that happens in this as well.
Okay. Well, we'll see because we're watching it this week. So you guys should go onto Disney Plus and search for Phantom of the Megaplex and watch it before next week's live stream. And yeah. Adriana and I are going live on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Yes. Hopefully with a video switcher. We'll see what happens over there. Might be me again. That one's not quite as tricky to switch myself. Yeah. But it is a little bit because sometimes I just forget. Or I'll be looking at Adriana and I'll go to hit a button to switch cameras and I hit the wrong one. Yeah. So We'll see.
I watch all of your trivia nights. I know
yeah.
what happens.
This is something I would like to keep going with. Eventually just have this be how it works. We have a producer who's switching cameras, and we can just podcast.
Just interact.
Yes. So hopefully Adriana and I can have that on Wednesday. But if not, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. It'll be fine. But until then, everybody. Oh no, I forgot. I have to get this ready. Hold on. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, Adriana and I, join us live Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. I don't care where else you are in the world. Find out what Mountain Time is to you. Join us. We're going to be playing the Disney Trivia board game, I think, this week. So until then, everyone, let the wonder take hold.